What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another transfer update, the final transfer update of the summer 2018 window. We got up to number 51, which I don't think is bad going at all. It's been a long, drawn-out summer full of negotiations and bits and bobs and things being not true and things not being quite accurate and things being accurate on other occasions. It's been eventful. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have all enjoyed it too. We will be back doing more of these types of videos around November, December time in the build-up to the January window, because I imagine that Man City will still be involved in the market in January. We're always trying to do something in the windows, so we'll be back then if you want to stay tuned for that. We'll make sure that you subscribe, notifications on. In the meantime, between now and the next transfer window, we're going to have plenty of football content, plenty of JSGC content, and plenty of Manchester City content. If you are interested, then make sure that you do check out them videos. Like and subscribe if you wish. I just wanted to say we'll be doing previews, we'll be doing analysis of games, we'll be talking about all the talking points with Manchester City. So there is so much content to be talking through and keeping everyone occupied with all of the things going through the season. And fingers crossed, we're going to have a very successful season. Premier League season does start, so we're going to have a match preview up for the Arsenal away game. That will be up tomorrow, so make sure that you stay tuned for that one. Subscribe with your notifications on. And the last note before we crack on with this video, I'm going to be running a fantasy football league. I ran one last season. I don't know if I'm going to be doing weekly updates on them or not. I'm probably doing updates on them every now and then though, so I'm going to leave the link to that in the description below. If you want to go and check that out, join my league, and you'll be able to when I do the updates feature in the videos. And it's all a bit of good fun, and I do enjoy fantasy football. I did enjoy the series last season, so if you are watching, go and check that out and join the league. So we're going to crack on with the video. There isn't that much to get through because there weren't that much that happened on deadline day yesterday. It closed at 5 o'clock, so things were a bit premature, things were a bit anticlimactic, if you get where I'm coming from with regards to that. We're going to start off first with an interesting bit from the Irish Daily Star. They said that Manchester City want to sign 16-year-old goalkeeping sensation, their words, not mine, Gavin Bazunu from Shamrock Rovers for £300,000. He will apparently sign for Manchester City in January after Manchester City have agreed a pre-contract agreement with Shamrock Rovers. Well, that's according to the Irish Daily Star, which I'm not too sure why they've been making up such a specific story, if you get where I'm coming from. Next up in the news, Manchester City did sign Daniel Arzani yesterday. He hasn't been loaned out yet. There's things, the loan window's still open, the foreign windows are still open. There's not going to be that much content for me to talk about, so I'm going to put it in Twitter, everything that's happening between now and the end of August in terms of loans and players leaving and players coming in, etc, etc. Well, players won't be coming in, but you know what I mean, players being set, coming into Manchester City and being loaned out. So I'll be covering that on Twitter, link to that's in the description below. But Daniel Arzani, he's expected to join Celtic. He's joined Man City for an apparent £800,000, and we're expecting that very soon. That's according to Brendan Rodgers to be completed. It's going to be a 2-year loan, or at least I'm expecting that one. So good luck to Daniel Arzani on his 2-year loan north of the border. We're going to move on to the outs now, and we're going to start off with the big news that pretty much happened yesterday, which was, I was very sad that Alexander Zinchenko would be leaving Manchester City, but he has rejected the £16 million offer from Wolves and officially stays at Manchester City. He's now an option for Manchester City to play at defensive midfield to help cover in that midfield slot. So it's a big season for Zinchenko coming up, and it's a big season for Phil Foden, and it's a massive season for Gundogan because that's our cover in midfield. So Fernandinho, Gundogan can drop deeper. Phil Foden will probably be getting more minutes for because Yaya Touré's left too, and it also gives an option for Zinchenko to cover both left back and also midfield slots too. So there's plenty of minutes there, plenty of playing time for all of the players there. You feel like we're short, but we've got some young players brought in that you feel like if any of them players can hit the ground running, then we're absolutely fine. But you've also got Bernardo Silva that can slot in at the centre. We've got David Silva, we've got Kevin De Bruyne. Like I said, we may well see Delph move centrally, and that might see Zinchenko playing back up to Benjamin Mendy, or when Benjamin Mendy's tired, then Zinchenko will get minutes, or when Delph's tired, Zinchenko might get minutes there. Huge season though, like I said, for Phil Foden and Ilkay Gundogan. That's where I imagine all of the minutes are coming in. That's before I've even got round to Claudio Gomez too. Now, we're going to move on to Philip Sandler, because he's another option that can play there. Got no news on him yet. I'm expecting him to leave Manchester City before the transfer window loan market closes August 31st, which is a Friday. That's when that will close. Philip Sandler. The Man City maybe just trying to get him match fit, trying to get him up to fitness, trying to get him up from his injury because he did have an operation. PSV will link with a loan move, so we might see more movement on that towards the end of August. We've got no news on Patrick Roberts just yet. Celtic, they're now a serious option. Otherwise, it's going to be the Championship if he's to leave Manchester City. I doubt that Man City are going to include him in any of the squads. They might, but I'd be very, very surprised if they do. And I'd say more likely now another loan to Celtic's probably likely. Celtic playing a very patient game. Speaking of patient games, moves it on nicely to Jason Denayer. He apparently turned down Leeds on transfer deadline day. And Galatasaray are holding out to try and sign him. They're not going to sign him permanently. They want him on a no loan deal, and Galatasaray are more than prepared to wait till August 31st to see if anything materialises from Denayer, then take him there. Crafty, aren't they, Galatasaray? It's very frustrating how Man City have dealt with Jason Denayer over the years of neglect, of not selling him or using him or anything, and then this is what happens when you just send a player through the loan system. Well, look, Joe Hart's lucky that he's managed to get himself a permanent transfer because a similar fate was facing him. Next up, Lucas Nmecha headed out on loan. Was expecting him to join Aston Villa, but instead he's headed to Preston North End, where Brandon Barker's headed in the Championship instead. Only reason I can think that he's gone there instead of Aston Villa is probably guaranteed playing time. I know Preston. I follow Preston. My brother is a Preston fan. I watch a lot of Preston. We do Preston vlogs, away vlogs, home vlogs, things like that, as well as Manchester City. So you've got to check them out. With Lucas Nmecha and Brandon Barker will be on an update on there because they're going to get minutes. But Lucas Nmecha, with Preston having just one striker because one of their strikers is out injured, Lucas Nmecha now has got a good couple of months to get plenty of starts for Preston North End. And if he can hit the ground running, then Preston North End have got themselves an exceptional striker. So very, very interesting move there. And last but not least, reports from Globo in Brazil, and it's sad news this, it's reports of Douglas Luiz, and apparently his work permit has been rejected for him to play for Manchester City, so he'll have to be loaned out again. As far as I'm concerned with work permits, you've got, it's easier from South America for you to be playing in Portugal and Spain because they're more lenient with the work permits than what they are over here in the United Kingdom. It's easier for them to go out, either join them permanently or go out there on loans. And Man City will be loaning him probably to Spain or somewhere in Portugal. I hope not to Girona because they just didn't utilise him last season. But I think he needs to do 2 or 3 years, which then, is it 3 years, gets him an EU citizenship. With Brexit hitting, that complicates everything. He needs an international cap. As soon as he gets an international cap, that'll give him his work permit to sign for Manchester City. But he needs a decent loan. If he can get himself a decent loan and a decent permit, maybe he can get near the Brazil squad. Maybe he can get himself some a cap, get him a work permit. I don't know. That's something for Manchester City to sort out. But sources there in Brazil saying that that has been rejected, which is extremely unfortunate and a blow to Manchester City. Yeah. So there we go, that's been the video, that's been the transfer window, that's been all of the transfer updates. I hope you've enjoyed it, I've enjoyed covering it. I hope you've, leave a big thumbs up if you do enjoy it. Make sure that you have subscribed, we've got so much more content coming up, and I'm really excited to crack on with the new season. We've got links in social media, to my social media there in the description below, along with my email if you want to hit me up with any business inquiries. We've also, for this video, got a link up to my fantasy football if you want to go and join my league, and we'll hopefully have something competitive going on there. And also I'm going to leave up at the end of the video my partner channel, Mixer, do mixologist drinks run by my brother. I sometimes feature in his videos too. You can go check them out, like and subscribe over there. And also my gaming channel if you want to go and like and subscribe over there. And we'll check out any of the videos. Check out my other videos. Check out all my vlogs, football videos, previews, reviews and analysis, whatever you want. There we go, that's been the video, and I'll see you all very soon. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Peace. Ciao for now.